Welcome back. I should pick it up.
Yes, Miss Elliott, your approach, some refer to it as very in your face, eye-opening, some may even say aggressive. Do you feel that today, just the way that the conversations are going, that there is a space for you to go into these corporations and host, a meeting your way? And if so, how do you see that happening?
Here's what I believe. Listen to what Frederick Douglass said. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. Find out just what any people will quietly submit to, and you will have found out the exact measure of injustice and wrong which will be imposed upon them. And these will continue till they are resisted with either words or blows or with both. The limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance of those whom they oppress. As long as we continue to threaten people, you can't get into this corporation unless you refuse to be aggressive, even assertive. You aren't even allowed to be assertive. You have to be submissive in order to get into any of these corporations, and for the most part. If you want to know how this works, get the book Nickel and Dimed. And a white woman, went out into the marketplace and tried to find out whether she could live on minimum wage. One of the countries, and she worked for different companies. One of the companies was Walmart. And the things that she learned about Walmart, which are described in that book, you should read, because that applies to a whole lot of companies in this country. I worked for a corporation for 3 years. And because the corporation spent the money to bring me in and to do the blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise with their employees, that company has people of color and women who say, if you care enough about this company to put us through that and to pay for it, we want to work for this company and we want to make this company successful. People of color and women can make a company successful. Or if you refuse to employ them, in 30 years, you won't have a company.
And Jane, would you address the comfort factor for poor Aisha, which is that you have basically opened up her eyes to really the dialogue that should take place in America with regards to the issue of race and why we hate. But it makes people uncomfortable. Explain to people like Aisha and perhaps her bosses, why would we be uncomfortable with this conversation?
Because it means the loss of power. It's all about power. White people, melanemic people, and I call them melanemic because if you don't get enough iron in your body, you're called anemic. If you don't have enough melanin in your skin, you must be melanemic. Now, white folks don't want to be called melanemic. They want to be called white because white is the color of goodness, yes, and purity. Well, the way we treat people of color is neither good nor pure. It's disgusting, and it has to be stopped. People of the melanemic people are afraid of losing power, and they are going to lose power. But if we don't change this, they're going to lose a lot more than power. They're going to lose their black customers. They're going to lose their black employees. They're going to lose all the people of color who will not take this abuse anymore. It's over. The time when you can abuse people because of your ignorance about skin color has come to a halt. And when you look at all those people who are protesting, they aren't protesting just the killing of those 2 black males by those mostly white policemen. They are protesting what black people, so-called black people, people of color, have been watching happen in their neighborhoods for the last 300 years. This is nothing new to people of color. They know what's going on. This was a shock to white people because suddenly they saw it and they can't deny it anymore. Somebody told me, a black person told me, denial is not just a river in Egypt. It's what white people go through on a daily basis. We have to deny the truth in order to maintain our power and our self-image. If your self-image depends on the color in your skin, you must know that if you're really dumb enough to think that having darker skin makes you less intelligent, then you must realize that those blonde women who are out there sunning in the summertime, in the summer, evidently whites get dumber because they develop they have more melanin in their skin as a result of their exposure to rays of the sun. So whites get dumber. You know that's not true, and I know that's true. Stop judging people on the basis of your ignorance about skin color, because it isn't about skin color. It's about ignorance. You can't change the color of your skin. You can change the level of your ignorance, and it's time to do that.
Jane, can you stick around for one more segment?
Yes, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That's it. Are we done now?
Be right back.